What if you could master your mindset and transform your life in 2026? Take a moment to imagine. You could step into 2026 with a resilient mind and the ability to control your thoughts and emotions. You could turn every challenge into an opportunity for growth. Could this become a reality? We live in a world full of comparison, anxiety, and easy temptations. We spend our days scrolling through social media, worrying about things beyond our control and avoiding discomfort. But did you know that these habits are keeping you from reaching your potential? In 2026, you can do things differently. You can change the way you approach problems, control your emotions, and act with greater strength. But to do this, you need a strategy. Today, I'll share 7 powerful principles rooted in Stoic philosophy that will help you master your mindset, overcome challenges, and truly transform your life in 2026. These principles will not only change the way you think, but also help you build a sustainable and meaningful life. 1. Embrace discomfort. Make it your training ground. What if the very thing you've been avoiding, the discomfort, the challenge, the tough moments, was actually the key to your growth? In a world that constantly tells us to seek comfort and avoid pain, it's easy to think that happiness and success lie in making things easier. But what if I told you that the path to strength, resilience, and true growth is exactly the opposite? Think about this. Every time you push yourself beyond your physical limits, whether it's running that extra mile, lifting that heavier weight, or even waking up earlier than usual, you're stepping into discomfort. In the moment, it feels hard, maybe even painful. But after you've done it, you feel stronger, right? You feel accomplished. You've just trained your body to handle more than it was used to. Now, imagine applying that same idea to your mind and emotions. Every challenge, every uncomfortable situation you face is an opportunity to strengthen your mental resilience. The hard conversations, the risks, the moments where you feel vulnerable, those are the things that build mental toughness. The real magic happens when we stop avoiding discomfort and start seeing it as an opportunity to grow. In life, we're faced with discomfort all the time, from the decisions we put off to the things we're afraid to confront. But the more we shy away from these moments, the more we limit our potential. Here's the secret. Discomfort is your training ground. Just like you wouldn't expect to build muscle without pushing your body, you can't expect to build resilience without embracing life's challenges. So, the next time you're faced with something uncomfortable, don't turn away. Step into it. Challenge. For the next week, choose one small discomfort every day. Maybe it's waking up 30 minutes earlier, having a difficult conversation, or facing something you've been putting off. Each time you embrace discomfort, you're strengthening your ability to handle whatever comes your way. 2. Control what you can. Let go of what you can't. We live in a world where it's easy to feel like everything is out of our control. The constant news cycles, the pressures of work, our relationships, and even how others perceive us. It often feels like we're simply reacting to the world around us. But what if the key to mastering your mindset in 2026 is learning the difference between what you can control and what you can't? The Stoics were masters of this idea. They believed that the source of much of our suffering comes from trying to control things that are beyond our power. We waste energy and time worrying about things we can't change, the opinions of others, the weather, the economy, the past. But here's the truth. You can't control those things. However, what you can control is how you respond. Your thoughts, your actions, your mindset. These are all within your grasp. This is where the dichotomy of control comes in. The Stoics divided the world into 2 categories, things within our control and things outside our control, and the wisdom lies in knowing the difference. For example, you can't control how someone behaves or reacts to you, but you can control your reaction to them. You can't control the traffic on the way to work, but you can control how you handle the frustration when you're late. The power lies in recognizing what's in your circle of control and focusing all your energy on that. Practical tip. Every morning, ask yourself, what can I control today? What's beyond my control that I need to accept? This simple shift in mindset can reduce anxiety and frustration. It frees you from the constant battle with things you can't change and gives you back control over your thoughts and actions. Challenge. For the next week, practice letting go of one thing each day that's outside of your control. Instead of wasting energy on it, redirect that energy towards something you can actually change. Your own thoughts, actions, or reactions. 3. Master your emotions. Be the observer, not the reactor. How often do you let your emotions drive your actions? In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to let anger, frustration, or stress dictate our responses. We've all been there. Someone cuts us off in traffic, a colleague criticizes us, or a loved one lets us down. It's so easy to react impulsively. But what if the key to mastering your mindset lies in how you respond to your emotions, not in avoiding them? The Stoics taught us something powerful. We cannot control what happens to us, but we can control how we react to it. The Stoic mindset encourages us to be observers of our emotions, not reactors. Instead of letting emotions run wild, we can pause, reflect, and choose how to respond thoughtfully. This shift from reacting to observing can make all the difference. For example, when something triggers your anger or frustration, instead of immediately snapping back or letting your emotions overwhelm you, take a moment to breathe. Ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? Is it because of something external, or is it something I'm perceiving internally? In those moments of stress or frustration, remember this. You are not your emotions. You have the power to choose your response. The Stoics were not saying to suppress emotions. They were simply teaching us to observe them, understand them, and then respond in a way that aligns with our values, not just our impulses. Practical tip. When you feel triggered by something, pause for a moment, breathe deeply. Ask yourself, what am I really feeling right now? Is this emotion helping me or harming me? Instead of reacting impulsively, choose a response that is calm and intentional. This can be a game changer in your relationships, your work, and your personal peace of mind. For the next week, whenever you feel a strong emotion rising, pause before reacting. Practice observing the emotion, understanding it, and then choosing how you want to respond. 4. Let go of expectations. Accept reality as it is. How often do we get disappointed because things don't turn out the way we expect? We all have expectations in life about our careers, relationships, and even how people should behave. But what happens when those expectations aren't met? Often, we feel frustrated, hurt, or angry. And yet, the Stoics teach us that it's not life itself that causes us distress, but our expectations of how life should be. Stoicism invites us to let go of the need for things to be fair or just, according to our own standards. The truth is, life doesn't always meet our expectations. People will disappoint us, plans will fail, and things won't always go the way we hope. But the key isn't to fight against reality, it's to accept it. The Stoic mindset tells us that true peace comes from accepting reality as it is. This doesn't mean we become passive or resigned, but rather, we recognize that while we can influence certain things, we can't control everything. And that's okay. Imagine how much energy we waste on fighting for things to be different, wanting people to act a certain way, wishing circumstances were better, or trying to control outcomes. This constant struggle only brings frustration and stress. You may work hard for a promotion at your job, but if it doesn't happen, how do you react? If you're attached to the expectation that it's your time and you deserve it, the disappointment will be deep. But if you practice Stoic acceptance, you can view the situation with a clearer perspective. Maybe the promotion wasn't meant for you at this moment, or maybe it wasn't the best fit. Instead of focusing on the disappointment, focus on what you can control: your effort, your growth, and your response to the situation. Start practicing acceptance with small things. Maybe it's the weather not being what you expected, or a plan getting delayed. The next time something doesn't go your way, pause and remind yourself, it is what it is. Then focus on what you can control and how you can respond. For the next week, choose one situation every day where you can practice letting go of an expectation. This could be something as simple as waiting in line, dealing with an unexpected change in plans, or facing a minor setback. Observe how much lighter and more peaceful you feel when you release those expectations and simply accept reality as it is. 5. Cultivate gratitude. Shift your focus. It's easy to get caught up in what we don't have, right? The job we want but haven't landed yet. The relationship that's not quite where we want it to be, or the dream that feels just out of reach. We live in a world that constantly encourages us to focus on what's missing, what we're lacking, and what we haven't achieved yet. But what if, instead of focusing on what you don't have, you start focusing on what you do have? Gratitude is a simple but incredibly powerful tool. It shifts our perspective from scarcity to abundance. When we focus on the things we're grateful for, we start to see how much we already have. It's easy to forget, but every day offers countless things to be thankful for. The roof over your head, the food on your table, your health, your relationships, or even just the fact that you're alive. The Stoics practiced gratitude as a way to remind themselves of the value of what they already had. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, wrote in his journal, "When you rise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love." This mindset was crucial for their peace and resilience. By shifting their focus to gratitude, the Stoics cultivated inner peace and happiness, regardless of the external circumstances. Let's say you've had a challenging day at work, or something didn't go the way you planned. It's easy to fall into the trap of focusing on what went wrong, but the Stoic approach is different. Rather than dwelling on the negatives, take a moment to pause and reflect on the positives. What went well? Who or what helped you get through the day? What small wins can you appreciate? When you train your mind to look for gratitude in every situation, it changes your entire outlook on life. Instead of focusing on what's lacking, you start to see how much you already have. This shift in perspective can improve your mental health, strengthen relationships, and boost your resilience when faced with challenges. Start each day by writing down 3 things you're grateful for. They can be big or small. Maybe it's a supportive friend, the opportunity to work, or simply the sunshine outside. The goal is to train your mind to focus on what you have, rather than what's missing. For the next week, make it a habit to write down 3 things you're grateful for every morning. See how it changes your mindset and your approach to the day. Over time, you'll notice that your thoughts naturally start to gravitate toward gratitude, and your overall outlook will shift. 6. Develop resilience. Rise stronger. After each setback, life isn't always smooth sailing. We all face setbacks, failures, and unexpected challenges. But what if I told you that these difficult moments are precisely where you build resilience? Resilience isn't something you're born with. It's something you develop over time. It's the ability to bounce back from hardship, to keep going despite setbacks, and to turn obstacles into opportunities. The Stoics knew that life would throw us challenges, but instead of fearing them, they saw them as opportunities to grow stronger. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most well-known Stoic philosophers and a Roman emperor, wrote in his Meditations, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This is one of the core Stoic principles. Obstacles aren't just things to overcome. They are the very path that leads to growth. Every difficulty you face is a chance to develop a new skill, build your mental toughness, and refine your character. Think about a recent challenge you faced. Maybe it was a professional setback, a personal loss, or an unexpected change in plans. At the time, it probably felt difficult, perhaps even devastating. But looking back, what did you learn from that experience? How did it make you stronger? The Stoics would argue that your response to these setbacks is what truly matters. It's easy to get discouraged or give up when things don't go as planned, but resilience is built through persistence and the willingness to continue despite failure. You learn that failure isn't the end. It's just part of the process. Resilience isn't about being unaffected by adversity. It's about how we handle it. It's the ability to pick yourself back up, even after you've been knocked down. It's about finding the strength to continue moving forward, no matter how hard it gets. For example, when you face a difficult situation at work, you might be tempted to feel defeated. Maybe you didn't get the promotion you worked so hard for, or a project didn't go as expected. In that moment, it's easy to fall into self-pity or frustration. But if you shift your mindset and see this setback as an opportunity to grow, you'll be much stronger in the long run. One of the best ways to build resilience is by taking action. When faced with an obstacle, don't wait for the perfect moment to start again. Take action right then and there. It's often the smallest steps that lead to the biggest breakthroughs. It doesn't have to be a huge leap. Sometimes just starting with one small thing can get you back on track. Take Seneca's advice. No man is free who is not master of himself. When we allow setbacks to control us, we lose our freedom. The Stoics knew that true freedom comes when we take responsibility for how we respond to life's challenges. When faced with a setback, take a step back and ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Instead of viewing challenges as failures, reframe them as lessons and opportunities for growth. This mindset shift will help you bounce back quicker and stronger. It's not just about looking for lessons in failure. It's about building a mindset that doesn't fear failure. When you accept that setbacks are part of life, you'll stop avoiding them and start embracing them as opportunities to grow. Next time you face a setback, write down 3 lessons you can take from the situation. Even if it's a small challenge, ask yourself, how is this situation teaching me to be stronger? The more you practice this, the more resilient you'll become. Resilience is not about avoiding hardship, but learning how to navigate through it with grace and strength. Life will continue to throw challenges your way, but how you respond is entirely up to you. The more resilient you become, the less these setbacks will define you. Instead, you will define how you rise from them. Over time, you'll notice that the obstacles you once saw as barriers now become stepping stones. You won't just survive life's challenges. You'll thrive because you've built the mental and emotional muscles needed to handle anything that comes your way. Remember, resilience isn't about being perfect. It's about being persistent. Each time you rise from a setback, you're stronger than before. It's the process of facing life's difficulties with courage and determination that builds true resilience. So, the next time life throws a curveball, don't shy away from it. Step up to the plate, face it head-on, and know that with every challenge, you're getting one step closer to becoming the person you are meant to be. 7. Live with integrity. Align actions with values. In today's world, it's easy to get caught up in external validation. We often find ourselves chasing approval, recognition, and success by other people's standards. Whether it's the desire to impress our bosses, keep up with social media expectations, or simply gain acceptance from those around us, it can sometimes feel like we're living for others rather than ourselves. But what happens when we start living based on the opinions of others rather than our own values? We lose our sense of self. We begin to act in ways that don't reflect our true nature, and over time, this leads to frustration, confusion, and inner conflict. The Stoics understood that true peace comes not from living according to the standards of others, but from aligning our actions with our inner values. Integrity isn't just about being honest with the world. It's about being honest with yourself. Seneca, one of the most prominent Stoic philosophers, famously said, "If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable." What Seneca is suggesting here is that without a clear understanding of our personal values and purpose, we are at the mercy of external circumstances. We drift aimlessly, reacting to whatever comes our way, rather than intentionally creating the life we want. Living with integrity means having a clear understanding of your personal values and making sure your actions align with them. It's about being true to yourself and living according to principles that are meaningful to you, regardless of external pressure or societal expectations. Why integrity matters. When we live in accordance with our values, we build trust with ourselves. We stop compromising who we are to fit in or gain approval. This trust creates a solid foundation for personal growth, mental clarity, and emotional peace. Integrity gives us a sense of direction and purpose that guides us through life's challenges. Consider this. How often have you acted in a way that didn't align with your true self? Maybe you've said yes when you wanted to say no, or compromised on your beliefs just to fit in. These actions may seem small at the time, but over time, they accumulate, leaving us feeling empty or disconnected from our true selves. But when you live with integrity, you make decisions based on who you truly are, not based on what others expect of you. This is how you build inner strength and cultivate peace. Living with integrity in practice. Living with integrity starts with self-awareness. You need to know what you stand for, what you believe in, and what your non-negotiable values are. These values are your compass. They guide you when faced with difficult decisions or when life challenges you to compromise. For example, let's say you have a strong value of honesty. You believe in being transparent with others, even if it's uncomfortable. Now, imagine a situation at work where your boss asks you to cover up a mistake made by a colleague. If you let fear or the desire to fit in with the group dictate your actions, you might stay silent or even go along with the cover-up. But deep down, you know this goes against your core value of honesty. When you act in alignment with your values, however, you will choose to speak up, even if it feels difficult. You'll stand firm in your integrity, and while it may be uncomfortable in the short term, you will feel more at peace with yourself. Over time, this commitment to living with integrity will strengthen your character and help you build more authentic relationships with others. Practical tip. To live with integrity, it's important to take time each day for self-reflection. Ask yourself, what are my core values? Am I living in alignment with those values? When was the last time I acted out of integrity, and how did it feel? Journaling can be a powerful tool for this. Reflect on your decisions, your actions, and how they match up with your true values. If there's a misalignment, ask yourself what you could have done differently. For the next week, pick one value that's most important to you, whether it's honesty, respect, or kindness, and make sure all your actions align with that value. Every decision you make should be rooted in this principle. If you catch yourself acting out of alignment, pause and choose the more authentic path. By consistently living with integrity, you'll find that it becomes second nature. Living with integrity in your relationships. Living with integrity doesn't just impact your relationship with yourself. It also strengthens your relationships with others. People are naturally drawn to those who are authentic, consistent, and true to their word. When you act with integrity, others begin to trust and respect you. Your authenticity becomes your greatest asset. Consider your relationships with friends, family, or colleagues. When you show up as your true self, consistent, reliable, and honest, you not only feel more at peace within yourself, but you also build trust with those around you. This trust creates deeper, more meaningful connections. However, living with integrity in relationships can sometimes be challenging. You may have to set boundaries, speak uncomfortable truths, or say no to things that don't align with your values. But in the long run, these actions lead to stronger, more genuine relationships where both parties respect each other's boundaries and values. Living with integrity may not always be easy. In a world that often rewards shortcuts, dishonesty, and compromise, sticking to your values can feel like a lonely road. You might face criticism, rejection, or even discomfort. But the cost of compromising your integrity is far greater than any temporary gain you might experience. When you abandon your values, you lose something far more valuable, your sense of self. The Stoics understood that true freedom comes when we stop trying to please others or seek validation. When we live with integrity, we create our own path, free from the influence of outside pressures. We act based on what's right for us, not based on what others think or expect. As we've explored today, the key to mastering your mindset and transforming your life in 2026 lies in applying these powerful Stoic principles. By embracing discomfort, letting go of what we can't control, and living with integrity, we create the foundation for a life of resilience, purpose, and inner peace. Life is never without challenges, but it's how we face them that defines us. Every obstacle can become an opportunity to grow stronger. Every setback can fuel our determination. And every choice to live in alignment with our values brings us closer to becoming the person we were meant to be. So, as you move forward into 2026, remember that transformation starts within. Embrace the discomfort, let go of the expectations, and choose resilience. You have the power to make this year your best yet. Stay committed, stay true to yourself, and watch how your life unfolds.